Alright, some Latin that's fairly easy going. 5. Which things, when they were announced to Alexander, he fearing that this opinion might be divulged, it should be an L, that even in the Macedonia these messages might go, and the glory of his victory would be infuscated or darkened with this stain of his savagery. Similar, so pretty much immediately, he's going to send messengers from friends with this news of the victory back into their fatherland. So he encouraged soldiers to write to their people on account of they would be having military service further off, and they would be having rarer occasions to send them. 7. Given bundles of letters, tacitly, secretly, which he ordered to be deferred to him, from which letters the judgment of each of these single people concerning himself, he learnt, and he put these people into one cohort, who were of a rather harsh opinion concerning him, the king. So he contributed them into one cohort. Either they would be consumed, I guess, in battle, or, the other correlative here, they would be distributed in far-off lands in the colonies. Then he went on to the Drenkus people, whoever the hell these people are, or these other people here, and these people here, and the rest of the peoples who at the roots of the Caucasus Mountains were dwelling, and he subjugated them. Meanwhile, one from the friends of Darius, a guy named Bessus, who was tied up, was let in, who not only had betrayed the king, but had even interfecerated him, had killed him. 11. Whom, in a revenge of his perfidy, he handed over to the brother of Darius for gerunding excruciatingly, thinking that not so much Darius had been an enemy than a friend by whom he had been killed. That's why he handed him over. Okay. And so that in these lands he could leave his name, the city of Alexandria, over some river which had been founded. He founded a city over this river Teniam, and inside of 17 days he had consummated a wall of 6 miles long. He translated the people into it of 3 cities, which Cyrus had founded, these 3 cities. 13. In Bactria and also Sogdinia, he founded 12 cities, and he distributed into these of those people who had been seditious in the army, which he had, because he'd read their letters, obviously. With this gazetted and done, on a solemn day, he convocated all his friends into a bit of a feast, and where there arose amongst the inebriated mention, that's ablative, of the things gestarum, or done by Philip, he, looks like he's a verb, he began to extol himself, to prefer them, or put himself above that of his father. Okay, so as far as the sky, he extolled the magnitude of his own things. Okay, so he said he was better than his father, and as far as the sky, he raised his own extolling. With the majority part assenting of the partiers. 3. And so, when one from the seniors, Clitos, relying on his trustworthy place of being a friend of the king, he happened to hold the palm, or which is like a triumphal place. What had he done? The memory of Philip he was safeguarding and defending, and he was lauding and praising his res gestas, to such an extent that he offended the king, that with a raptured spear from a satellite, taken and seized, he Trucia devoured him. He meant to cut him down in this feast, this same guy. Quarcade, with such slaughter, exulting over This dead guy, he was over the dead guy. He's now castigating the dead guy because of the praise he'd had of Philip and Philip's military the things he'd been up here, the res gestas he'd been defending. So he was still harping on at the dead guy even after he killed him, who had defended his father. Anyway, when he was satiated with this slaughter, his mind had calmed down a bit, and this opinion was succeeded in the place of ira or wrath or anger. Now, there's got to be a verbic cope. Now, because of the person that he'd killed, now again correlatives. Now he was considering the reason or cause of why he had killed him, and he began to pigorate, to regret of this fact. Repent of, you might want to say. 6. Since his laudations of his father, he had accepted Tam Quam with such wrath as which not even convicia or strong insults had deserved, and an old friend and a harmless one had been killed by him. Amongst feasting and drinking, he was dollar-batting, he was grieving about it. Therefore, with this same furor, which earlier it had turned into regret, he was wanting or wishing to die. And take whatever word you want, make a daily dictionary. They're all pretty much the same. Here's a word. We'll steal that. Page not found. Patrocinum. Protection, defense, legal defense. There you go. There's a word.